Never fear, don't fear. Shooting pig fat. Right. Two tunnels here. One going that way and one going this way. That goes right through the mountain and outside. It's a link level because it links that railway to this railway, simple as that. We aren't going that way, we are going this way. This is the timber mine too. Have a look at it when you go down. It's built. Built? Well, this is a solid mountain, so you've got to actually blast it out first, haven't you? So you blast it out, and then you build a tunnel inside that tunnel you've blasted out. Then you blast all the rest of the rock on top of that tunnel. Why? Well, think about it. If you've got 1,000 ton of rock and only 200 ton of slate, you've got 800 ton of rubbish. If that comes down here, you can't get out. So a clever man by the name of Matt Spedding invented this in the 1860s, something like that. And that's the system that's used. Today in the mine it doesn't matter because all the rubbish goes out, but that's the system. So when you go down here you think of the skill of building that and the weight of rock above your head, don't think about that too much. Have a look on the side and you'll find red. It's hematite, iron ore. So let's go down and have a look at it. Hi ho, and off to work we go, ho ho. If you've been observant as you come along, you'll have seen this red. This is the hematite. That stuff is what they use for marking sheep. They mixed it with animal fat. It's the first type of sheep marking. This and graphite, of course, was another thing they marked sheep with. So they'd mix it with animal fat, make a paste and mark the sheep. And when you see these red marks on sheep today, that was the original system. Today it's easy to go to the agricultural merchant and buy a psh psh, isn't it? Psh psh, a spray can. When I get the kids and I give them all a red nose. No, I won't put any on yours. No. But that's the system that they use for marking sheep. It works. They started in here at 8 years old, and we're going to hear the story of a man called John Taylor, or a boy. He started here at 8 and he worked here till he was 70. So let's see if John appears. There he is.
I've never been away from God before. I'll miss her. But I'm a father now. Me and him. I'm a man now.
We've got a new miner, lads. You ready for work, John?
It will be alright. It's not like I'm on my own up here.
You'll be alright with us. You're going to be a slate miner, lad.
There's all these men and I have father. He said we're going to blow up the mountain. I'm 8 and ready to help earn the money we need. We've walked 5 miles up that blooming hill from the village. We asked father if I could eat my bait, but he said, "You'll have to save it, John. You'll be glad of it later." I wonder when we make an explosion. Father showed me the bothy where we're going to sleep for 2 weeks or more. It's not like my bed at home. It looks dark and cold. But I'm a man now. It will be cheerful when it's full of all these miners singing and telling stories. We've brought our food: bread, some hard cheese, potatoes and dripping. We'll only go home when the bargain is done. Bob said, it's the amount of rock we're going to get out of the mountain and turn into good quality roof slate. Then we'll get paid the money promised. I know that only the best slate will do. If it isn't good enough, we can't use it. Luckily, there's plenty of good slate here. In the old days, they used the bad slate and stacked it up deeply, built the tunnels and the walls. Father said they were skilled fellas they were. It's still keeping us safe all these years later in in 1905, and then he gave me this. A piece of slate with my initials, J.T. John Taylor carved on it. I'll keep it in my pocket for good luck. It's time to start work now. I'm going to be a drill holder to tell any of us if we're going to get anything done down here in the dark. I don't know. There's just a flickering candle flame to give us light. It will be hard work, but like Father said, you have to start somewhere, John. And I am. I'll be best miner Honister has ever seen.
Yes, he might have been the best miner, but I'll tell you something, he wouldn't talk with an accent like that, would he? He's got an Oxford accent. Terrible, shocking. And the reason is that it's all done by professional actors, this. So, you know, a little bit of the old upper crust, you know, and he would talk in a Cumbrian dialect, but if he did, you wouldn't understand what he was talking about, would you? So that's why it's done like that. So we're going to go on from here along the tunnel. Watch your heads when you go down here because it's a bit lower, and we'll go into rather a slightly larger cavern than what you're in now. Well, we should have a lot of smoke, but unfortunately the smoke isn't working, because in here 3 weeks ago or so we had a bit of a catastrophe. Don't worry, there was nobody in. We had a lightning strike and it burnt all this out. It burnt the generators out outside, all the audiovisual stuff, everything went up whoosh, like that. So we've been working on it since. We've got most things working again, but not everything.
I love working at Honister. I'm lucky to handle the best slate in the world. My pals are not as lucky as I am. They have their faces down in the mud, escaping gunfire, fighting for their lives. And that's all down to the war against Germany. The Great War, they call it. When I first came here as a little lad with my father, 1905 I think it was, there were 150 miners here at Honister. So many of them have gone off to fight, and it seems that every week we hear bad news back from the front. The lads home on leave tell us about the gunfire and the explosions. The only explosions here at Honister are the ones we set up. Not that it always goes to plan.
Here he goes again, after more sympathy.
It was the misfire that caught me out. Before I knew it, bang! I was on my back, ears ringing, head spinning, blood running from my nose and ears. I was flat out, choked by the dust. I thought I was dead.
Yeah, I feel the worst. How were we drinking quite the night?
Thanks, lads. All I remember was the sad, worried eyes looking back at me. Till they realised I was alive. It's because of my injuries I was passed unfit for the war. So, instead, I'm here at Honister, continuing to work just like I have done since I was alive. Every hammer blow we strike, every clog we extract, and every slate we make feels like a little victory to us. We're doing our bit to keep the mine open, even if there are only a few of us left here these days.
Are we going to get our clogs out? Not that kind of clog. A clog is a big lump of slate, and you'll see some back there in a moment. Because as this thing progressed, instead of making the slates in here, they took the big lumps of slate out and they called them clogs. The other word was how we're going to complete the bargain. Well, I think I mentioned that outside. If one man got injured, or killed, or whatever, then 2 men had to do the work of 3, and they wouldn't get any money at all. It's the water, isn't it? Gurgling through underneath. Are we all right at back?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. It wasn't only rock that we didn't want. There's the old wooden ladders they worked off. They're broken. They'll be 40 feet long. Fill through in here. Tin sheeting, oil drums. Probably a mine or two under there somewhere. They didn't, you know, they just threw everything down into here. But think, that sill from there, this here above our head goes all the way to the top of there. There's nothing holding it up. So 10 metres thick, and above it is another big tartan like this. And the other slate tartan. It's so uniform, isn't it? Yeah. See these pulleys? Wouldn't you thought they would have taken them out and used them again? Somewhere? You know, why didn't they take them shackles out and use it? Oh yeah, but there might be a first time.
Yeah.
Right, you'll be all right. Can you put your lights out and we'll have a little séance? Generally Sundays, but Saturday today. Are you having trouble? Oh, nearly. There. That's what you had. Candles. What were your candles made out of?
Wax.
What kind of wax? Animal fat. Bah. Sheep and pig fat. Bah. That's what you had. The smell from them was terrible. This is a paraffin wax candle. So that's all you had to work by. So what we walked there today, probably 70% of that was mine by candlelight. That's all you had, candles. Miners were known to eat candles. Because when I was a little boy, my mum said, get some bread and dripping. What's dripping? Fat off the meat. Get you a bit of bread and wrap it around the meat dish and eat it. Yeah, so that's what candle fat is. Animal fat. Anyone's birthday today? No?
This was my birthday present though.
Pardon?
This was my birthday present.
Your birthday present?
Yeah.
You want a birthday present?
No, what this was, this experience.
Sorry. Come here.
That's family.
Oh, yes. Can we sing you a happy birthday?
Can do.
No.
Can I just blow it out?
Yes, you can. That's all right. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Oh, she's blown all the hot fat over the fingers. Terrible. Shocking. That's all right. Put your light on there. Right, so that was what you had for lights. Look at that, standing in the water now. Right, come here. This light I've got, I should have a good light. Right, so, look at this. What kind of a lamp is that? A rusty one, yes?
Oil?
No, not oil.
Gas.
A gas lamp. You are on the right trail. Settling. Water in the top. Calcium carbide in the bottom, which is a lime-based mineral. You turn that little thing on there. Water drips through onto the calcium carbide and makes gas. So it's an acetylene lamp, and the gas comes out of there. That will be all highly polished, of course. And they're very good lamps, used in here after candles, 1920 to 1950s, 60s. And what superseded these was the electric, you know.
It seems strange to see Honister Quarry so quiet. It is a scar on the landscape, but it's such an integral part of Lakeland life that nobody really objects. I think Honister Quarry is a sad place now, and all the activity that was meant to be in Lakeland. All their lives are on this crag, and now it's just like a graveyard.
apprentice. I'm the son of Mark Weir, who bought the mine back in 1996, and the great-grandson of Boss, who you've been hearing about in the mine tour so far. I remember being about 5 or 6 years old, before I could probably read, being sat on my dad's knee and learning how to drive the diggers. So my first blast, we were up in the mine and we loaded all the explosives into the drill holes already, and we were about to blow the charge. So the first time I'd ever done it, I was winding the box as fast as I could. Then you have to push the button, and there was just a huge bang, the loudest thing I've ever heard, and I absolutely pooed my pants. It was absolutely the scariest thing I've ever heard. My dad was a one-of-a-kind type of guy. He used to fly to work every day in his helicopter. Unfortunately, back in 2011, he had a crash just about 300 metres away from the mine when I was about 4